Welcome back, anglers. I'm the Survivalist, and we return to Russian Fishing 4. I'm still fighting through the cold that I talked about in the way of the Hunter, and it's probably going to be here for a couple more days, or at least that, so I apologize for anything there. But we're probably going to bring Russian Fishing 4 to a series close with this weekend. We are up to almost, I think it's 70 episodes now we've covered of the game and gone through with it. I think we've kind of showed off the majority of like what the gameplay has to offer with the 3 types of fishing. I know there is also the fishing trip here that I think offers marine fishing, is it? Or, yeah, marine fishing. But we've checked it out a fair bit. We spent a bit of time with the game and that, and I think it's good to get a break now and try to check out a few other things we can see or find. And just change it up so it's not, like, again, too long spent on a single thing. Was there a price increase? I think there's been a price increase in the game store. Because this used to be $149, and this was, like, closer to $6.99, I thought. So they actually increased the pricing on some things. Huh. Oh, that's a bit weird. But yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything I need to pick up. Actually, if I check with our bottom fishing rods, we'll probably keep using the carp mix just because it was giving us some decent results for what we were pulling in. Ooh, actually, that's probably what I'll have to do, is make some more crucian and gibble mix. Actually, what do I even have on for them? Okay, now that's the classic feed mix it says it's on right now. But I thought I was using... Okay, maybe I'll have to just make up some more, ground bait. Okay, if I remember right, I think it was just... Was the crackers or the semolina? I've got to check that now. I am just... Yeah, you can tell I'm definitely off my usual for how I am. Okay, crackers, porridge, sunflower oil. That's it. Get that. Crackers... Forage, and get down far enough to find, there it is. Get those, quickly make up a new thing of the mix for ourselves, and then we'll take a look at the map and see where we want to go and try for this weekend. There we go. Quality's going up at least, which is nice. I hit the discard, didn't I? Why is that even an option to discard? Ah. I hate myself. But I think I only need to pick up one more of the crackers and the porridge. I don't think I need another of the sunflower oil. But God, why is that discard an option literally right there in the open? And it's an even weaker mix than it was, but you know what? We'll take. Again, I don't know why discard is right there. I'm just going to blame it up to being not at my peak, and that's how I made a stupid mistake like that. Okay, last weekend, we were over here and we found a crucian hotspot. I kind of thinking I want to try up over this area. Maybe we'll cross the bridge and go up to this little back area here and see if we can get anything interesting from that. Or might be quicker actually just to go up here and along this way. I think we should be able to follow to that spot. But yeah, we've been at it for... I don't know if this is going to be like episode 65 and 66 or later or not. But with how long we've been at it, we've seen... I'm not even sure how many series we've completed in the time since we started Russian Fishing 4. So I think it's a good point with having at least checked out the maps that we unlocked and the big gap from like 12 onwards. Because I mean, look in the bottom left, we have to get 31,000 experience to go up to level 13. And then we don't really unlock anything new, and I think it was level 17. So it may sound like only 5 levels, but those 5 levels are probably going to have like I'm trying to think of how big the experience gap would have to be, because each one, it almost feels like the experience is doubling what you needed from the previous level. So it's going to be quite a grind to eventually get up there. And you know what? Yeah, seems like a perfect little spot. Okay. Let me get okay, that's the new one we've made. And we've got, yeah, we'll just keep going with the wet bread and see what happens. Set that one down there. Change this out for the new stuff we have too. And let's just make sure these are tight. There we go. There we go. Oh, it should be real easy to read if we do have any interest as we try here. And you know what, because this is a pretty shallow area, we're just going to say 35 for float depth. I am going to use this instead of the spinning bait. I just feel like from all the times I've been trying spin casting, it just rarely seems to produce anything. At least this, we can watch the bobber do a little bit of movement. Or the float, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, as for the next series I'll tackle after Russian Fishing 4, there's a Steam sale, I guess it's a while ago now. I was going to say not too long ago, but that's probably not the case given, like, ooh. There we go. Already a first fish in, and oh, it's actually a bleak. Okay, right. Space to keep, backspace to put that away. Like, the rod's already tipped forward, so I don't know. Oh, you know what? I can always... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, let me bring that in and cast it back out. There was a fish on, but I was too hesitant in picking this up. The next series I'm going to do... I don't know if I got the name of the game right. I think it's Ultimate Fishing Simulator, something like that. It was on really cheap, like only $3 on Steam when I picked it up. So I figure, you know what? We'll keep with this kind of wilderness weekend theme, a hunting game and a fishing game. Tackle those for a while, see how they play out. And just take it a bit easy and get a little break in from Russian Fishing 4 that has really been like a lot of the same thing over and over. Try out a few other things, see what they're like, and just have a bit of variety if we can. Yeah, so we'll just wait here, see what happens between either lines, and just keep going for a while. But then after that, there's also a second fishing game I picked up that'll probably be after the next series, so the Wilderness Weekend theme's going to be able to keep going for a while. And then through the main week series or that, I'll have to see what I'm going to do to change some stuff up, if I will. I know Slay the Spire, probably one more week. Actually, this week coming might be the last one of it, because we've got... I don't know if I'll have another character I'll unlock, or or it's just the 3 to start. There might be a 4th, I honestly don't know, but Slay the Spire, I think, is going to be one of those 9 to... No, hang on, I think I've already been up to 12 to 15 episode length. So that'll be over in a week or so. I thought I'd try. Okay, back out you go. That'll be wrapped up. The Long Dark I'll probably actually keep going with as long as things stay well with it. I do think, though, the next time I do die in the game, which is not a matter of if, it's when. When I do die in that, I think that'll bring that series to a close again. I hope I can actually show off some Far Territory stuff before then, but we'll just have to see how that goes. And then gotta figure out a new short series as well, because that Soulstone Survivor should be wrapping up this week as well. I guess kind of, with again towards September and new season, we're seeing quite a few changes coming along. Speaking of changes, not all for the better. Hopefully you guys are avoiding colds or flus or anything that's going to start going around more so. Now, the nice thing about the masks was it seemed to really help limit the spread of, like, the common cold and stuff like that when we were all in them. Okay, you want to stop dancing around and just, like, go after that float? There we go. Oh, bigger than I was expecting. Crucian carp, 500. I think you're actually bigger than some of the ones I've been catching with the bottom rods, which now have gone completely silent on me. I might have to adjust their positions and try somewhere else. We'll go for another minute or two before I do so. Nope. Yeah, for whatever reason, the float rod just seems to get so much action to it. I mean, I don't know if it's because this is such a shallow area. It's all the fish have to be, like, contained within such a... oh god, come on, brain. I know we're not doing 100%, but we gotta at least function. Because it's in such shallow water, it has so many more fish are, like, capable of going after what we toss out. Yeah, this is, again, where I thought maybe it would be a smart idea to pick up a better float rod, because we might get even larger fish starting to come in on it. Okay, we just gotta watch what the float does, and then... You know what? I'm also going to pick these up and move. If the float's being this active, I don't think we really have to worry too much about where we try set. Of course. Okay, the line's not... Oh, there we go. I don't know if there's actually something on it or not. No. See, that got me for a minute there, because I thought there was something on, but then with how slack the tension went on it, I wasn't sure what the behavior was anymore. It feels like it's messing with me. It's been jingling a lot, hasn't stayed steady, and the tip of the rod... I could try staying a little longer, but I honestly don't know if we will see anything definitively strike or not. You know, while we're debating on that, maybe I'll try coming down from this side and see about anything into this area. Because I could move back down here if we want to keep getting steady fish, but we should try some areas I haven't tapped yet. Yeah, you know what? Come here, you. I don't think we're going to see anything else. Just bring this in and we'll try moving down a ways. There we are. Okay. Let me see where we want to move to. Okay, well, this is actually called the Shallows. You know what? Maybe right around here. It's not too far. Still gives us kind of the tries for the shallow area. See what we can get here, as well as use the float rod. Okay, set those down, tighten those lines up. And now we can toss in the float and just wait and see what happens here. But yeah, again, with how long the series has gone on, I don't know if there's really anything else I could have shown to it. Like, a lot of Russian Fishing 4 stuff where it's like the cooking or the crafting or stuff like that, it doesn't feel so much as like you find the materials or you have a reason to explore in a world to find the materials. It's more like interaction through menus to get from point A to B for stuff. So it's not like there's anything I can feel like we've left out there. And with how a lot of the things are kind of locked behind purchases through the in-game shop, it's also that it would take quite a while to save up to try to get stuff. I'd honestly probably say if you are trying to keep saving up silver is to just stick to Mosquito Lake. Because of the frequency of what you have on the bottom rods and the float rod, you could probably just stay there and rack in a lot of silver for anything you'd like to get later in. Like, I don't know if every time I'm logging in onto Old Berg or Belia River, it's taking a little bit of silver off to say, like, that's your travel fee. I don't think it would. But they are maps where you do have to consider, if you do travel back and forth between maps a lot, that there will be a bit of a cost for it. As if you are free to play. There are a lot of perks that do go with being a premium member for it, as you'd expect. I'll give it a minute or two, just because, like, not even our float rod is showing signs of activity. It's kind of a big hint as maybe there's not a lot here to catch. I'm not in the water, right? No, my feet are on dry land. Well, I mean, not fully dry, but they're at least on solid ground. Yeah, like I said, I'm only going to give it maybe another minute, then I'm going to bring everything up if we have no activity and keep going further down. It is just dead here. Like, I know game sounds are very low because I did turn them off. Some of the audio bouncing in the game seriously needs to be re-looked at. I don't know if there's been anything changed since I started playing, but like when we'd be on Mosquito Lake at night with the cricket, the frequency for those was horrible. And then there were some other sound effects that... It feels like they're placed with an origin directly on the maps, so if you are very close to them, they are super loud. And you can kind of figure out where that origin spot is as you just be going around. Okay, yeah, let me bring these in. Hasn't even been a jingle. Oh, come on. Without even a little ring of the bells, and the float rod being completely dead too, there's no point sticking around here. Oh, come on. Looks like maybe the weather's clearing up a bit, so as we move to another spot, maybe we'll see a bit of difference in activity. Don't know for sure, but we'll hope. There we go. Okay, yeah, let's just go down somewhere along here. Maybe we'll try for the deeper water. Oh, actually, got a little jetty here that we could try from. I know I've had comments come in saying, like, deep water doesn't mean bigger fish or more fish or whatever, but I'll try my theories out and see. Sure, they might do nothing, but At least it's like something of a landmark to say, we'll at least try at. Okay. Well, actually, that's one thing I should check and see. I don't know if the friction brake would apply when it's not in hand for, like, tightening it up. Let me just make sure I adjust these down again. And you know what? I don't exactly know how deep it is over here, but we'll increase the float depth a little bit and then just see what happens. Oh, well, that's a good sign. Maybe we'll set that down and keep an eye on this rod. So we got a jingle from that. Nothing going on with that yet, but just gotta give time. Oh. There we go. It seems when the float is actually above the water, it's more of a guarantee that something's on compared to like when it has been taken fully under. Which is really weird when you think about it, but that's just how the game kind of operates with it. I'm just going to tighten those a little bit in case. And we'll try for one more fish if we can. Just see what we can get, if anything. Pretty nice day for fishing, really. Bit overcast, sun's out. Well, it doesn't seem the fish are that eager to bite. Oh. Well, they are on one rod. Maybe I'll change up the bait I've got on the bottom fishing rods. Because again, I thought I would have gotten, ooh, geez, a little more interest from something in. So you know what? We'll keep that. I am going to bring these in because I really expected at least like a little bit more interest from them. So I'll switch out the wet bread for something else and try that next episode. We'll stay at the same spot because we haven't really been here too long. Just see if maybe the change of bait will bring a bit better results. Yeah, just slowly gotta bring that in. There's that one. And let's bring this one in. Yeah, taking a little bit of time, but we'll have it in just a moment. And we didn't have a complete blowout this first episode. We did get at least 6 fish, so half dozen to start. Hopefully it means it's a low bar that we'll be able to easily meet next episode. But for now, we are going to end this episode right here. Thank you all for joining me on this episode of Russian Fishing 4. If you did like the video, you should give it a like. If you have any comments, tips, or tricks, your comments right down below. until I do catch you in the next video or episode, anglers and survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy angling.